Hey everybody, well, happy Monday. Welcome back to the zone. This is Shady here. If it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. Do me a solid, go up there, hit that subscribe button. Are we 5x5 guys? I know there's not but a few people in here, but are you guys seeing me? Are you hearing me? Are we good? Hello? Oh, I don't know if this is good or not. Folks, are you getting me? Mrs. Shady Stomp times if we're live. After that fiasco a couple of weeks ago, I get scared. Times if we're live. We are live. Y'all just ain't answering. Caveman, how you doing? Katrina, how are you? Katrina, first in the room again. I don't know how you do it, but Katrina was first in the room again. We're going to be playing with some new technology, folks. I got the power stream up and going. I think I got it figured out. I'm going to try some tricky stuff with y'all tonight. So bear with me. You're going to be like my experiment group, okay? I've had it for a couple of weeks now. I've been playing with it for a little bit. Mama Lynn, you still in here? If you are, say hi. Anyway, Caveman, I'm glad to see you, brother. I know you've been going through a hard time here past couple of weeks, and prayers have been with you for real. I know what you went through. I know what you're going through. Been through it myself. McBean Scottish Fitness, welcome. How you doing? Loretta Hutch, how are you, sister? Good to see you. So like I said, guys, oh, by the way, if you didn't notice, I kind of went back to the old school a little bit. Got the sunglasses on, got the hat on. The only thing missing is I'm not sitting out in the truck. I figured maybe I could get some more Facebook haters up in here. I post this on Facebook, and then people will troll you over everything and anything. Before I had my oral surgery, I had people calling me all kinds of names just about my teeth. Hey, Michael G, how you doing? You're not late. The only thing you missed was that cool intro. Did you guys like that? I know I posted it on the channel a few days ago, but did you guys like that new intro? I worked kind of hard on it. Anyway, I didn't really pick out a subject to talk about tonight. I figured one thing we talk about would be the elephant in the room, and the thing that every creator and their brother's been talking about all day, and that's all this mess that's going on with the banks. I don't know what you guys think. I kind of think it's a bunch of hooey myself, to be honest with you. What was it? The Silicon Valley Bank went belly up Friday, and then another one went belly up over the weekend. I got some film clips and stuff on it. Hey, Joni, how you doing? Let's try this out while we got it going here. Hey, did that worked? Nice. But anyway, everybody's been all up in a tither over the banks and stuff, and so I'm gonna try to do something here. See if this works. Y'all bear with me. Just give me 1 second, and here we go. Wow.
Want to take the economy hostage, unlike plans.
Y'all remember
all of you at home should plans are. Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans turn Social Security. I'm not saying it's a majority. Let me give you any doubts in my office. I'll give you a copy.
He won't shut up once he starts, will he? So I guess we know that was a lie. Um, I if you guys saw the last live stream that I did, you know all the details about all that, and Joe it was not being honest with us with that, and that brings up the question: why do you guys think that the government might be honest with us about this bank thing that's going on right now? Um, they've been on TV all weekend and on Meet the Press, and I think Joe got on TV. I thought it was over the weekend. I found out a while ago it was earlier today, and I've got that film too. Uh, have no idea, but I'm going to try that one out, seeing that the first one well, and then we'll move on to something else. But this is going to be our president, Mr. Joe Biden. Get things to work here. This is actually, here we go. Maybe. Well, we're just not going to do that, folks. Anyway, yeah, I'm still playing with this stuff. Helps introduce currency. I agree with that. They're going to do anything they can to get that started. Pilgrim Prepper, how you doing? I'm open to whatever you guys want to chat about tonight. I just kind of wanted to get on here and the StreamYard would work right, and if I could get things going. There's one other thing that I want to try. If there's a certain individual that's up. I guess I'm figuring this out as okay. Gee, not really. Oh, what's this thing? Caveman, you still in here? Yeah, Jacob, I've been having buffering glitches all day. I don't know if it's the StreamYard or what it is, but something's been not going right. Okay, didn't mean to do that, McBean. Sorry. I'm still playing with this, guy. So, yeah, I've been buffering pretty bad. If anybody thinks they might want to share the screen, then feel free to click on that link right there, and I'll try to figure out how to get you in here. I don't even know. To asking me if I'm having issues, and I'm like, yes, I am. Yeah. What can we do to stop this digital currency from happening? Christy Noam verbed the bill, vetoed the bill in her state, and said 20 more states are trying to pass the bill. Yeah, and I wouldn't doubt it if Colorado, I'm going to be honest with you, the way things are going around here, they're trying real hard to pass this assault weapons ban here in the state, and it's a total mess. There's people ready for lawsuits and stuff right now, in case they do. So yeah, that's going on here too. And the thing about it is, it's not just your typical assault weapons ban that they got going on. This one, they're trying to they're considering anything that has a magazine as an assault weapon. That includes handguns, shotguns, anything that'll take a magazine, anything with a folding stock, anything like that. That was another big one that I got into over on Facebook with a whole ton of trolls. And I was in a forest that I didn't think would have any trolls in it. I was on Lauren Bobert's Facebook page and had made a comment to her that maybe she might want to speak out, in public about what was going on in her own state. And Lord have mercy, I got attacked like you guys wouldn't believe. I mean, these people were calling me everything except a Sunday school teacher. And I'm like, yeah, why are you even here except you have no life, nothing else to do except troll somebody else? I couldn't figure it out. But if you guys know anything about Facebook, that's all, especially if you do something in public, like if you're a creator or you've got a web page or something like that, all it is just a pile on for the trolls. I have been vainly and fruitlessly trying to get something going over there with Shadey Zone, and I've pretty much given up on Facebook, just to be totally honest with you. It's just, it's someplace that you can go and share pictures and, pictures of your grandbabies and stuff like that. Go over to Prepper Nation or something like that and see some posts over there. But besides that, it's pretty much useless as far as I'm concerned. And I know that I'm right now because dealing with all this, I'm trying to watch what you guys are saying in chat too. It seems to me, honestly, like chat's a lot slower here than it is over on YouTube. And I don't know if that's just something to do with the buffering or anything like that. I know that a while ago when I was trying out some different things over here, that I got a lot of buffering, especially when I was trying to play other videos and stuff like that. And so, yeah, thanks for being part of my experience, though. It's Washington 2, our AG proposed a bill that would make our freedom to express dissent towards the government an act of domestic terrorism. Jacob, I think they're going to that everywhere. This is from what I can see. Every time you turn around trying to stifle the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, or anything else they can get their hands on to get rid of. This country's changing. They're changing right in front of our faces, and I never thought that I'd live to see the day. I mean, it took 6 years, but I never thought that I would live it. We would have people just ugly won't trying to tear down the same. Yeah, I'm not going to get into a big political debate on some things because honestly, guys, it's not worth my breath and it's not worth my energy. But I tell you what, these are the kind of days, especially with stuff like this, and stuff like this, that it kind of makes you glad that you're a prepper. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Oh, I haven't had supper yet myself. Jacob, exactly what does it do to? I mean, it sounds a lot like the red flag law that they passed here in Colorado over guns and stuff. But what does it do to exactly encourage you to report your neighbors? Is it kind of the same thing if they're in violation or something? That the way it works here, the way it was supposed to work here, was that if you had a relative or somebody you knew that you thought might have some issues or something, you could report them, and without a warrant, without any kind of warning, without anything, the police would come to your house and they would confiscate your guns. And I think about 3/4 of the sheriff's departments in this state said, no, that's unconstitutional and we're not going to do it. But, they did all that, and then they patted themselves back because they passed this red flag law. And then we have, I don't know if you guys heard about it or not, it was pretty much national news, the Club Q shooting, you know. And this guy that walked in this here in Springs, he walked up in there and opened fire on people in there. He had been arrested, I think, a year ago. He'd taken his parents hostage, and he said he had explosives and was threatening to blow up the neighborhood and stuff like that. They arrested him, took him to jail, and then mysteriously dropped all the charges on him, and they closed the records on the case. So their red flag law might have worked, didn't do a darn thing to stop this. So the judicial system around the way it's getting now, it doesn't work. I mean, I was reading on the news where in California, they've let out all the, I believe it was California, where they've let out most of the nonviolent offenders in prison. So now all they've got in there is the violent offenders, but they don't want to overcrowd the prisons anymore. So now they're making it to where it's like a misdemeanor for a convicted felon to be caught in possession of a firearm, but they want to take my guns away. You know what I'm saying? The speech part, not the guns. Yeah, okay. Jim Shadey, remember when Obama said the Constitution was just a paper? Yeah, Michael, not only did he say the Constitution was just a paper, but he had this whole ideology going that the Constitution was a living, breathing thing that could be changed and all this stuff. I mean, you can't change the Constitution. You cannot change the Constitution. I mean, you can add amendments to the Constitution, but you can't change the Constitution, and you cannot change the Bill of Rights. But it seems like Obama and his folks, they don't believe that. They don't go for it, and it's just gotten worse since Obama's been out of office. And if it keeps going the way it's going right now, they're going to figure out some way or another to destroy the Constitution and redo it, or just do away with it, period. Kind of makes me glad that I'm 60 years old. I am worried to death for my kids and my grandkids, but I am glad that I'm at the age to where by the time they get most of this stuff going on, it's probably going to bother me one way or another. The OHB 133-2023-24 establishing the Domestic Violent Extremism Commission. What the hell is that? That sounds like they made up just. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, I'm used to them going after. The Second Amendment, but my God, yeah, this is Obama's third term, Michael. Yeah, it is. What is that they call him? Oh, Biden. Yeah, Katrina, that's what I was saying a while ago. I'm glad I'm old. And if Hillary had beaten Trump, it would have just rolled right on instead of having a little pause. I mean, you can love Trump, but at least he stood up for certain things and didn't let certain things get by. And honestly, I'm going to sit here and say that I'm a big Trump supporter. I love the man's policies. I loved his domestic policies. I loved his foreign policies. Sometimes he just, he rubbed me the wrong way with some of the things that he said. And it wasn't the things that he said, but it was the way he put them. It's kind of like the Japanese language. One word can mean 3 or 4 different things just depending on how you say it. And the president sitting up at 3 o'clock in the morning tweeting. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's like I said, I liked what he did for the country. I liked his policies and stuff, but sometimes the guy just, he kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Um, he's running again, and if it comes down, if he wins the nomination for that side, I'm going to vote for him way before I vote for Biden. And if Biden steps down and Kamala decides she wants in on it, I'm sure not voting for her. They don't. They really don't. They didn't have anybody. Oh, I mean, they ran him because he'd been in Congress and in the government and the vice president, probably since dinosaurs ruled the earth. So they figured, what the hell? We'll throw him in there and see what happens. And I mean, you can say that the election was rigged. You can say that it wasn't. It don't matter. It was a mistake. It was a mistake for the country. And that's what we're going back to the bank thing. They were saying on the news today that all Biden's policies of is giving, printing out money and just giving it away, the way they were doing with all the checks and stuff for COVID and all that stuff. All that did was make the inflation go up. So what do? They try to print more money to fix it. That's not going to work. And they raise the interest rates. What happens when they raise the interest rates? Here we are. We got banks failing. And I believe they said that second bank, and I can't remember the name right now. I had it wrote down. I don't know if I still do or not. What was it? Silicon Valley Bank was the first one that collapsed. I guess I didn't write the other one down. But they say that the second bank collapsing was a direct result of the first one. Keep your eyes and ears on DeSantis. He's compromised, being backed by anonymous billionaire and approves of 15-minute cities. Well, I definitely don't. But you think about it, they're all compromised. Every single darn one of them's compromised on either side. I think probably Trump was the only one that was not compromised because he already had money. He didn't need people paying him money because he already had money. And that's one of the reasons that they hated him, is because, he couldn't be bought. But I don't know. But anyway, like I said, their second bank, it went belly up because of the first bank going belly up. And a lot of these guys were worried there was going to be a domino effect on the rest of the banks, that they were all going to fall, or at least the major ones were going to fall because of that. And I think the Silicon Valley Bank, when it went, it financed, from what I was hearing, a lot of these startup internet companies or startup technology companies, and these guys have got no way to pay their employees, and they're going to go bankrupt. And you can see how this is going to trickle down, how this waterfall kind of thing is going to go if it happens. And the thing about it is it really, the stock market today, and I just wrote some random stuff down. The Dow was down 0.28%. The NASDAQ was down 0.45%, and the S&P was down 0.15%. So, it wasn't a horrible day on the stock market. And a lot of that's because Yelton and Biden and everybody else has been trying to cover all this up. See if I can get this on here. House Bill 1240, which would prohibit the distribution of AR-style assault rifles, an item long sought by progressives. This bill includes a series of guidelines about what types of rifles. Heard some stuff like before, things that's going on. What else here? rifles would be banned and a list of models subject to the measures. The proposal wouldn't bar possession of such weapons by those who already own them, and it appears to allow some. Oh, sorry. Small caliber semi-automatic rifles to still be so. Washington. One thing about the one that they're trying to pass here is if they do this, anything that accepts a magazine, how many people out there have got revolvers right now as far as handguns? And they're trying to say that it won't affect you all got these. So it won't affect you if you already own a Glock or something that's not a magazine. Yeah, we'll see. And I honestly don't care if it doesn't affect me and the people that's already got one. The right to carry and bear arms shall not be infringed, period, end of sentence. And that's the way I stand on it, the way I always have. So yeah, and going back and forth from the banks to the guns, this is really crazy. Michael G. He sounds like a lot of people in Washington. Michael, I think that's true for. Let me put that up. I think that's true for a lot of places. It sounds like a lot of people in Washington need to move. The only thing about that is, and I live here in Colorado, and they say that Colorado is a purple state, and in large, I guess it is, because most of the liberals live in the large cities. You've got Denver and Aurora and Boulder, where the massive centers of population are. They're blue, so that gives them pretty much a la carte or whatever over the rest of the state. I mean, both sides of our Senate are blue. Our governor is a liberal. So pretty much we've got a one-party rule in this state. But I hear a lot of people say that, I'm moving from here. I'm going to move, to Texas, to Florida, to Idaho, to whatever. Thing about it is I understand. I do. That people want to get out from this, but if people keep leaving, who's going to be left to, who's going to be left to fight? Who's going to be left to stand up or at least try to stand up against them? I'm kind of stuck. All my family nowadays is in Colorado. I don't have any family anywhere else. I got some real close friends in other states, but I don't really have family anywhere else. So I'm just I'm here. And it's like I'm going to world here in Colorado. And they had to slow the crash. Was reported that Mr. Eatsy Bugs lost lots of money on his investments. I was hearing that somebody else had lost money on some of this stuff with this Silicon Valley Bank, and I can't remember who it was. I mean, it's been a long weekend, and I haven't been able to keep up with a lot of it as much as I would have liked to, considering what it turned into and stuff. My get you up here. Wouldn't carry a wheel gun for EDC or I have no problem at all with a wheel. I have no problem with it. I grew up. That was the first gun I ever shot was a revolver, and that was revolvers. But I think that if you would like to have something besides a revolver, then you have the right to have something besides a revolver. I've actually honestly been thinking about getting a revolver, just to have one, with no other reasons. no other reason than just to have one, because I can't. I want some flamethrowers, grenades, and bazookas with all the ammo. Let me know where you get them from, Joni, because I want them myself. Kelly, how you doing? Glad you made it in. I had actually tried to do this a while ago with Caveman James, and I don't exactly know how to get that far. I'd actually tried to invite Caveman James into the chat a while ago, and couldn't figure out. After I sent the invitation out, I couldn't figure out how to do it. I might be. Hold on just a second. Let me look at something. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. No. Okay, well, this is a work in progress, and I'm kind of happy with just the way it's going right now with the intro and being able to highlight you guys as chat over there. I kind of like that. I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I didn't do it on the last. It is funny. I still come on here, my palms of my hands still get all sweaty before I come on and do a live stream. Well, James, I put up the link, but then I don't know how to get to the meeting room to bring anybody in. So it beats the crap out of me. I'll figure it out for the next time, though. I'll get it done for the next time. Yeah, we can figure it out together. Let me try something here. Let me see. I know I do this. And then I kind of started on there. So I was going to try it right there. All right, so liquid. Oh, I tried to do that, so it's trouble connecting. Oh, there's the link right there. So click on that. But then when you guys click on it, I don't know where to go to bring you in. So, Callie, do you know? I don't see any way to get to the lobby. Share screen. That's not it. I've been there before. That's not it. Do this. And that didn't do anything either. I don't know, guys. I will figure it out. There's all kinds of instructional videos on this stuff on YouTube. Okay. Oh, cool, Caveman. Appreciate it. We'll talk about WWE. By the way, brother, I wore my Triple H WrestleMania shirt tonight because I was hoping you'd be here. So there's that. Way you guys coming in. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold. Let's see if this works. Hey, how you doing? Everybody? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you, bud.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good, good. I'm not over here. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi, but anyway, good to see you here.
Hey, it's all good, my man. Hey, I don't honestly know what goes on with mine sometimes. And then some days my camera just blacks out on me for no reason. So I know exactly where you're coming from. Well, you seen my lives, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
or am I
yeah, I'm
breaking up?
there.
Oh, okay.
You got
But
a
yeah,
little bit of
you
reverb, but
seen
you're
my lives
good.
where my camera just like it just goes dark, and I have no idea why. And then I have to restart the whole live stream sometimes just to get it to come back up. It's nuts.
Yeah,
But some days I think it's YouTube.
I actually a couple weeks ago, and
Hey, prepping orders.
I it up on my phone.
Yeah,
I set it up on my phone
right.
computer. It wouldn't let me. It had me on my phone, and it wouldn't let me change to the tab on my computer. So I had to tell everybody
Uh-huh.
just hang out for a minute, watch for a stream to come, and I backed out and started over again, and it was a mess.
Yeah, it is sometimes. It's rough. I mean, some days
So,
you go on there. Yeah.
what do you think about this bank crap that's going on? You think it's a bunch of hooey?
Yeah, probably. It's just something they're probably trying to do to get us scared again, to make us think, oh crap, we're gonna go into a big old recession or depression or whatever, and then I don't know. But then again, I mean, the inflation could be causing it because of where he's spending
Well, yeah,
thousands and billions and trillions all at one time. Like the banks are just saying, oh shit, how much is this going to be worth when we actually get it back?
yeah.
Because I mean,
And
you think about it,
no,
the more we go in debt, the the lower the dollar is going to go. Because I mean, look at Japan and China and all of them
right?
places that were like like poverty nations or whatever at one point. Because like the yen, it's worthless.
Yep,
Because in Japan, you make like what
yep.
75,000 yen
And
to a dollar or something like that. So I mean, they're
kind
you're
of like
sitting
a
there thinking of
peso.
all this stuff, but then all of a sudden you got all of this stuff going on, and you're like, holy crap! And you're making only 75,000
Yeah.
yen, and you're not making a lot of money. You're making like minimum wage, which is like
No. It's
probably
like
over there.
this is kind of like the peso in Mexico.
Yeah, I mean it's bad, and it's not good to keep hemorrhaging money like that. And we just keep hemorrhaging it. So I'm
Right.
not really sure if it's not that too, because there's two different things. You know what I mean?
Hemorrhage
Like,
and
yeah, like he is causing us more problems than he is helping us.
Dude,
And then
did
trying
you
to,
notice something else though? Before
yeah,
before Friday, when all this stuff happened, everybody was
yeah,
focused on Ukraine, and everybody was focused on derailments, and everybody was focused on this. Now
yeah,
everybody's pivoted around to this
focusing
bank,
on
and it
that.
makes you
Yep.
wonder what the hell is going
I'm
on that they're
thinking,
trying to pull our attention away from.
yeah, because like, why would they push all of that to that way, and then all of a sudden the banks crash, and then all of our focus
Yeah,
is on the bank now.
yeah,
And
or at least,
once we get to that point, it's like,
yeah,
well, maybe if we give them this, they'll forget about that, and then we can just like let that slide under the rug and forget about it, and maybe nothing will be done or said. You know what I'm saying? Like it
yeah.
could be
Or we can do some more
just
sneak.
like the
We can do some more sneaky stuff. Watch.
yeah yeah like it's just them pulling the. It's like the old saying goes, pulling the wool over the sheep's eyes. That way they don't know what's what.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if the wool's in their eyes, they're not gonna see it.
Right. Right.
And if you're getting distracted by something else, we're not going to see what's going on over here. So, I mean, the government has different ways of pulling rabbits out of the hats that shouldn't be pulled out. Or pulled out of, because I don't know where they get some of the stuff they come from. Yeah, they pull rabbits out of hats out of nowhere. Like, I don't know where they get them from, because those guys are so shady that they can come. No pun intended, shady. But you know what I'm saying? Like, those guys are so evil and diabolical. Yeah, they just know how to do that stuff, and then we're sitting there going, why did they do that, and what is going on? Because it befuddles my mind sometimes why they do half the crap they do. But well, you know how that goes,
James, is what happens when you see, and every time you're scared of crap, every single time you see this about them, you go walk a wild dog, they're scared to death. So that, I think it's probably part of it. They want to keep us scared, keep us nervous, and then
they want to keep us on our toes so that we're not thinking about what they're doing behind our backs. That's exactly what it is, dude.
I agree.
They're putting they don't want us to know what they're doing at all, ever. And that's just like when they say that they're going to release all those documents and stuff, about this and that. I'm sitting there thinking, but half of it's going to be blacked out. And you ain't going to know none of it. That's the way they do all of those documents. They black out 90%. They black out 90% of what's in the document, but yet there's no evidence in the document. It's just all hearsay. 9 times out of 10. And you don't get the full story out of those documents because you don't get the story. Huh?
Tucker came out last week with all the January 6th, all that footage that nobody'd seen before. And, you had Chuck Schumer up there saying, needs to ban this. And somebody was talking, Jacob was talking about the First Amendment a while ago. Saying the ban will violate their First Amendment rights, and then all of a sudden, the banks start going under. I wonder what
that's the whole point. Like, that's what they want you to do, though. They just want you to look here, there, and then all of a sudden they got all of this stuff happening, and then you're like, holy crap, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh crap, like. You're not knowing what's going on anyway, because they've got you looking at 15 different things. And then that just makes you more paranoid, or wondering what's going to go, what's going down or whatever. Because when they got you looking at 15 different things, you're wondering, like, where am I going with this? Or where are they going with this? And then where's it going to end up for me at the end? Because the ultimate end is the people. But
and we know where we're going at the end.
Yeah, exactly. But no, what I'm saying is, like, at the end of whatever they're contemplating or dictating, and then shoot, I know if they decide to get into a whatever they decide to do this time, I'm hauling ass. My ass is going to the mountains, and I'm not coming out until it's all over with.
I got the mountains right behind me. That short that I did yesterday, the green screen that I had behind me, that's actually a picture of my back porch.
Oh wow, that's nice, man. I like that.
Yeah, the mountains.
But
mountains so far.
Yeah,
but I got Pikes Peak here, and then like 5 miles south of Pikes Peak, I got NORAD. So like I said before, me.
Well, see, I got like
flash, and it'll be all over.
Right. see where I'm located, I've got Little Walker Mountain. I've got a place called Big Walker Mountain. It's like two different mountains. It's like one smaller smaller than the other, but it's like two different mountain ranges. They call one of them Little Walker, and then they call one of them Big Walker. And then I live near Peters Mountain. I could get lost. There's no way I can't get lost.
I know a lot.
I mean, I'm surrounded by the Blue Ridge. So
get lost in Colorado Springs as long as you.
Oh yeah. Like, and 9 times out of 10, the Army's not want to go into the woods to look for people.
They ain't gonna come in them looking for me.
No, me neither.
Son, I grew up in Mississippi. I belong good in the woods.
Yes, sir. Hey, I grew up in partly in Virginia and partly in West Virginia, and I know woods and my dad took me to the woods all the time, so I know that stuff like the back of my hand. It wouldn't hurt me to live in the woods for a while.
Yeah. I don't remember. It was
the only thing I'd be missing was the medicinal.
Or South Carolina mountain visited her in-law.
Yeah, but then at that point I just grow my own.
I got you missing them. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all stopping in. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one off a little bit early. I'm not used to doing this stuff on Mondays, and I usually sit up in the bedroom on the couch with the cell phone, listening to Caveman and watching WWE.
Yep,
so I'm gonna go do one of them.
Oh yeah, by the way,
anyway.
Yeah, by the way, I was going to ask you or tell you, Shady. Wednesdays when I'm doing a special live, I'm not doing one tonight, but I'm doing one Wednesday. Wednesday at 8:00.
Cool beans. I'll be.
Yeah, everybody come and join, man. Y'all are all welcome. Shoot, we have a lot of fun up in there, don't we, Jim? Laugh and joke and just do whatever and say whatever.
Have a lot of fun up in there.
Yeah, we always have something going on. I always got something going on at my house. All right, brother. We'll holler at you later, my man.
Doing what John does together and kind of be half serious and half fun. All right, Kate, man. Have a good one, brother. Right? Take care. God bless you.
Hey, God bless you, my man. Have a good night.
All right, y'all. I'm going to cut this one off. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. I think what I'm going to do when I leave on out of here is I'm going to, in case you missed it, I'm going to leave with the video that I led in with. So if you missed it, you can see it. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all next time around. Take care. I appreciate you coming in and humoring me for a little while just to see if I could get some of this stuff to work. Y'all take